Hello, good morning everyone. Sorry for the hassle. We had run on technical difficulties. Yes. So yun. So okay naman so far yung audio. I think we can start. We are late for how many hours or minutes? Okay. So today we are going to discuss specifically on derivatives. Supposedly this is a four part, pero right now or today I'm going to discuss the delta method alone. Sorry. So first let us know what is derivative. So anyone, I think our comment section is open, so you can comment. Naiget ano ra ako nga di comment, Sir Mark. Pero comment. Okay, so you can comment actually. Please be active para kahit papaano hindi mo tayo masyadong lie-low. Ano ito? Where? What's gonna hurt dito? Okay. So, nandito siya. Okay. Okay, so are we ready? Pala ang hindi. Um, so let's start. Okay, sorry for that. Online ako, ma'am. Sorry. Okay, so derivative. Anyone who can give me the ano ba? Who can give me a certain definition of derivative, or on your own words, what is a derivative? Hello, comment section is now open and I can freely see it. Hala, nag-error man, Sir Mark. Mark, connection na numaluya? Hala, nakakaloka talaga to. Mark, error. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Buffering. Oo, lagyan no.
Load ang nakukuha ng
Nago, naging red.
dili out.
4-5 naman. Like 3.
Kuan ito madam nag-signal. Internet ito.
Okay, so sorry for that. I think we are buffering and we are currently experiencing some internet technicalities. Okay, so start na. Waray may maaram kung ano't derivative. Hello. Wala. Nakakaloka. Okay. So let's start with our graph. So suppose we have our suppose we have our y-axis and the x-axis. This is y, this is x, and we have the function y is equals f of x. Okay, that is f. Okay, so this is our function y is equals f of x. And we have our point 1 along in our function. This is our point 1. So our point 1 is named x, y. Ay, sorry. Sorry for that. Naka-PowerPoint pa pala. Okay. So, yun. So, again, this is our...
daw is the rate of change.
You know, ay, very good. Nadidelay lang talaga ako. Okay. So, that is, derivative is the rate of change, yes? Ano kaya nga section? Dapat sita niyo section para koan, paawaay section. So, di ba? Para ano, nag-create competition. Di joke lang. Okay, so this is the y-axis. Again, this is the x-axis. This is the function y is equals f of x. Di ba? Parang grade 1 lang na penmanship. And, okay. So, in a function, of course, a function is composed of different points naman, di ba? So, assuming this is our point 1, x, y. So, this is our the distance x. Mukha hindi nagtansya. So, this is the distance x and the distance y. Okay. Then we have our point 2. So this point 1 and point 2 is paano ba? Distance by the horizontal distance delta x. Pangit ng delta ko. The horizontal delta x and the vertical distance delta y. So our point 2 will then be ano na tiya coordinates? So this will be x plus delta x. And our y coordinate is y plus delta y. Okay, so if we connect these 2 points, we'll be forming a straight line. Great challenge. Nakakaloka. Nag-buffer, no? Medyo. Nagluluyot internet. So this will be the parang masyadong rin ako sa accreditation. Okay. It will form a straight line. So this line, as you can see, is a second line, di ba? This is second. Then, then the slope delta y over delta x is the slope of the line or the slope of the second line. Tama? So this is the slope. Slope is ano ba tayo? Is defined by its rise over run. Tama? So this is the rise, this is the run. Always direto baliktad. Okay? So yun. So this is an explanation ng aton slope in terms of a second line. So how about if our delta x approaches to 0? So kung ang iya distance is na-approach na to 0, meaning guti, ano ito yung ada. That is 0. Ano ba't mga numbers nga na-approach to 0? Diba you have that in your previous discussion, diba? I think. Ang hirap pag dire, ano, pag dire real time. Pag may delay, that's it, era answer after pera pa ka seconds.
Internet kasi. Alam mo, mo ako akoan.
Nga,
Pindot na.
moderator. Ayun, derivative is a slope of a tangent line, yes. Oo nga, ang delay talaga. So, okay lang. So, let's move on to 0. Okay. So, again, we have our y-axis, x-axis, and the function y is equals to f of x. Okay, may dalagi kita nga da. So, again, our function, may dalagi hapon kita point, point 1, which is defined by coordinates x, y. So, from this, we have, again, the distance, horizontal distance x, vertical distance y. So again, what if daw an aton delta x approaches to 0? So meaning 0, 0.1, 0.00. Basta 0 na, natin ka 0 talaga ya. Okay. So, ang mananabo is guti ay gihapon an aton delta y. So if this is our delta x, so adala naton delta y. Okay? So adin aton 0.2. Gin-exaggerate ko lang actually. Pero kung 0 talaga to most likely, dikit leton hiyat aton 0.1. So this is, again, x plus delta x, y plus delta y. Alright? So if we connect points 1 and point 2, it will, of course, be a straight line gihapon. But, since delta x and since point 1 and point 2 is so close to each other, ang nananabo is an line nga nabubuo nira is na intersect laha usa ka point. So nananabo an function an aton function y is equals f of x na intersect laha aton ha line nga nabuo han p1 nga p2 ha usa ka point, and that line is called what? So that line is called a tangent line. The slope formed by tangent line can be written as limit delta x over, slope nga slope. Delta y over delta x as x approaches to 0. So that is the slope of the tangent line. This is also could be written by dy over dx, or the derivative of y in terms of x. Okay? So the derivative of y in terms of x. Then, this could also be written by the form f prime x. Diba? I don't know. Didikit. F. Yun. Wait. Prime x. Or y prime. So, these are typically the denotation of derivative. So, again, magiging, this is delta x. Magiging derivative lang yan, magiging dy over dx lang hiya if an aton delta y over delta x if delta x approaches to 0. So, asya lang ito magiging sugad. Okay? So let us try to have an example.
The second and the tangent line are almost the same when x approaches.
When x approaches to 0. So if, tama na, di ba? The second and the tangent line is almost the same if delta x approaches to 0. If delta x approaches to 0. So may ada kita condition, ha? Okay. So let us try to have an example using our different functions. So, by the way, so in dy over dx, our y is the dependent variable, where x is our independent variable. Other letters in the function is considered as constant. Okay na? So you can just comment your questions on the live chat box. Okay? So let's try to have an example. Yes. Yes, we'll try to find that. Ayaw mo move. Anyways, feeling ko siya na lang na paper. Sana all. Okay, let's try to have an example of delta method. Direlay ni Madugay. Direlay ni Madugay, mga usalay ni Kaoras. Hindi na ako naka-automatic.
Tutuloy nga natin, tangin mo
Ha? Oo, ano. Matublaya nga da. Kasi max na init iya ko on paper. Anyways, ito naman kita right side. Okay. So, let's try to have an example for delta method. So, for the STEM people, I think you are familiar with this one. So, we are required to differentiate na ba is the term? The function y is equals x squared. Masyadong malayo. Wait lang. By the way, before we proceed in finding the derivative delta method of a certain function, let me introduce first to you the process. Actually, parang common sense naman ini, pero mas masayong kasi talaga pag naka-process, di ba? Pag naka-procedural type and aton evaluation. So, let's start first by substitution. Ano naman ako? Delta method. Okay, first is the substitution. You substitute x to x plus delta x, then y to y plus delta y. The next step, we solve for delta y. So solve for delta y first. So most probably, at the end of solving for delta y, we can factor out delta x. Then after which, we divide the whole equation by delta x. Then after which, we perform or we evaluate the limit function as delta x approaches to 0. Okay? So, kung mapapansin niyo, we just follow our previous discussion on limits, di ba? So in here, we applied the discussion on limits. So let's proceed with our example. Pwede pa. Di ba magsurat? Okay. So let us try to find the derivative of the function y is equals x squared minus 2x plus 3. So, waray kami pamilihin, masayon-sayonan ka doro kayo. Makarawad ka sa iyo, wayakan pag example, masayon. Pag assignment, makore-korean. Okay? So, let's try to find the derivative of this function. So, first step, we substitute y and x. So, tanan na y, sinusalat aton y, kay function nga hiya, that is y plus delta y. Tanan nga x liwat, substitute as x plus delta x. Copy lang ha. Pag sugad din, it is very important to have parenthesis para dire ka mo malipat. Okay? Kasi pag gimpabayan lang nato niya x plus delta x, wala kitang parenthesis, tapos aton gin squared nga di na nga x, di na lang delta x term, that is different from what we have. Okay? So, 2, again, parenthesis, kasi mag-iiba talaga ito i-value kung dire kita mag-parenthesis. So, that's how important parenthesis is. Then, plus 3. Okay? So, we proceed now with expansion. So, expand natin ini nga x plus 2 delta x and ini. Okay? So, y plus delta y is equals to what we're doing, by the way, is wala pa kita may ginhimo. Aton pala yung substitute nga, nag-expand pala kita, okay? So, x plus square ini ha, 2x delta x plus delta x squared. So, iba ito. Then, minus 2x minus 2 delta x plus 3. Okay. So, now we find we solve for delta y, di ba? So, ano mananabo? Ang aton y is matatranspose din. So, copy lang. Y plus 2x delta x plus delta x squared minus 2x minus 2 delta x plus 3 minus y. So, what is the value of y? Sa kailangan kasi naka-x lang hiya dito on the right side, di ba? So, let's substitute the value of y to the original function, di ba? That is x squared minus 2x plus 3. That is our delta y. X plus 2x delta x plus delta x squared minus 2x delta x plus 3 minus, substitute the value of y. Again, it is very important to have the bracket. Kasi mag-iiba po ito, especially kung minus, kasi mag-iiba ito iya operations. Okay. So, should I proceed to cancellation na terms na lang? Kasi feeling ko paparas na yun. Ay, sorry, this is x squared. Maray may nag-correct. This is x squared. Diba? X times x, x squared, x squared, x squared. Okay? So, let's proceed to cancel terms nga, diba? X squared minus x squared. This is cancelled. Then, negative 2x minus 2x. This is negative 2x. Negative of negative 2x is positive 2x. So, this is negative 2x, so cancelled. Then, negative of 3. Negative 3. Then, positive 3. So, cancel na lang ha. Okay, delta y is therefore equal to 2x delta x plus delta x squared minus 2 delta x. Oh, pwede man. Okay. Then, in solving delta y, an aton pinaka-target is on the right side is factor out nato na naton delta x. So that is delta x, di ba? May datanan delta x. So factor out, we have 2x, then kuhaon na nato na d, copy the sign ha, delta x, then 2. Okay? So now, we have to divide. So the next step is divide the whole equation by delta x. So divide natin niya by delta x. Mabot nga tanala. Okay? So magiging delta y over delta x is equal to 2x plus delta x minus 2. So maybe you are wondering why masyadong detailed kung pwede man ako mag-shortcut. Well, I can do shortcut, but it's up to you. Diba? Ibalag yapon kasi pag detailed para mag-get talaga ninyo kung how to. Diba? Especially those na there is STEM. Okay. Hay na kita. So this is the next step. So the fourth step is we have to evaluate the limit of 2x plus delta x minus 2 as delta x approaches to 0. So we say delta x approaches to 0. Nakaklaro ba? Delta x approaches to 0. So we say limit of 2x plus delta x minus 2 as delta x approaches to 0. So again, siring pa ni Sir Mark, sinurat po lagi po ang limit gapon nga di ba? Because waray pa kita may ginihimo, all we did was just substitute delta y over delta x hadi nga value, di ba? So if we have learned before that the limit of delta y over delta x as delta x approaches to 0 is equal to delta y or dy over dx, di ba? So this is, since mag-evaluate na kita, tanggalon tanan aton limit. Okay? So this is 2x plus, I'll shoot delta x to 0 minus 2. Diba? So our delta y over delta x is equal to 2x minus 2. This is actually our final answer for the derivative. Masanay na kayo actually, I think sa mga ang mga waray pa maka-under or makakitahin calculus, waray pa makakuhen calculus under previous years, in dy over dx or y prime, usually we have the variable pa, di ba? Talagsalaan nag-answerhin numerical value nala. So that is infinite derivatives pa. Ini kasi is not finite, so dire pa ini hiya magka-come up in value nga number. So usually pag naka-derivative, may variable pa hiya always. Usually ngayon, dire always, okay? So this means lang that the slope of the function is 2x minus 2. So we could say at point malabad. So for example, meaning hini at an iya slope at any point hini nga curve or curve ba hiya? Tama, curve ya ka x curve. So or the function na lang para generalize. So the curve, the slope at any point in this function is 2x minus 2. Singon ta at point 1, 2, at point 1, 2, so this is our x, di ba? This is our y. So substitute kita. At point 12, dy over dx is equals to 2 times 1 minus 2. That is equal to 0. Meaning, an iya slope is 0 or that is a horizontal. So it shows that the line tangent to its graph at point 12 is a horizontal line. So horizontal ang iya slope at point 12. Okay? Okay, should we proceed to the next example? Yun. Okay, so let's proceed to example number 2. So, tapos nakatahan. So, let's move to rational function. Okay. So, what is again the first step? Substitute y to delta y. Then, copy lang ha. To delta, x plus delta x. Then, 5. Masyadong malaki ata. Then, 3. Again, don't forget the parenthesis. Minus 1. Diba? Okay. So, again, expand. Y plus delta y is equals to, iubos man ako, 2x plus 2 delta x plus 5, then 3x plus 3 delta x minus 1. So again, transpose y, we can have delta y. Tadungan ta na. 2x plus 2 delta x plus 5 over 3x plus 3 delta x minus 1. That is minus y. Should I just write the value of y, which is 2x minus 2x plus 5 and 3x minus 1. Okay. So, since ano na, rin na kita, corner na kita. So, di ba, since this is fraction, di ba? Subtracting function. So, we usually find the least common denominator. So, how we do that? So, the least common denominator is we multiply the denominators. Pangaon, Sir Mark. Okay lang? So, I multiply the denominators. Then, we divide the denominator to the fraction. Diba? So, divide ta in hading a denominator. Divide this one, the least common denominator, by the denominator, then times sa aton numerator. Tama? So, the least common denominator times the denominator is 3x minus 1 times the numerator, which is 2x plus 2 delta x plus 5. Diba that's how we do when, remember the first day of your interview when you were asked how to evaluate fractions? Diba we usually do this? do this solution. Find kita ng least common denominator, tapos least common denominator, divide ang denominator, then times ang numerator, then until makakame up kita hin same denominator, di ba? So that's how it goes. Basic, di ba? Okay. So, again, the least common denominator, divide by the denominator, copy lang ang na operation. Then, that is 3x plus 3 delta x minus 1. Then, multiply by the numerator, which is 2x plus 5. Tama ba? Okay. So, now is the evaluation. Masyadong malaki. Dapat ang masayo na lang ni Didi, x plus 1 over x. Nagbabasa lugod ako. Di joke lang. Sige. Okay. Let's expound. Expound ha. Medyo mahaba-haba. So, let us expound. This is 6x squared. This is 6x delta x. Then, 15x. Quantity lang muna. Then, negative 1 times 2x. That is minus 2x. Negative. So, in negative form lang. 2 delta x minus 5. Minus, don't forget the quantity, the bracket. 3x times 2x, that is 6x squared. Then, this is plus 6x delta x minus 2x. Then, plus 5. Oh my gosh. Dire. Okay lang, oy, kuan. Dire nagkasadangan akong kuan paper. Dagko tak agi may. Then 5 times 3x, 15x. Then 5, 15 delta x minus 5. Lotang moments. Minus 5. Okay? Then copy the denominator. 3x plus 3 delta x minus 1 times 3x minus 1. Okay? So, if may diri nakalanat, okay la igpakiana ha aton workplace chat. Okay, so let's simplify. So, we have common terms pero different operation. So, a different sign. So, that is pwede cancel. Iguang ko nulo. Sayang ang ink. Cancel. Lagi kay manipis kasi naking gamit.
15x daw. 15x ata lang.
Ade, 15x ini. Daw 3x, 60x squared plus, yes, that is 15x. Sorry. Thank you for that. Ito. Diba? Sabi ko na sa inyo kasi real-time solving to. Though delayed la ka mo. So, kailangan talaga mag-view. Okay? Then we have 16x delta x. Cancel ko na ha. This is minus. Ngan ha de. So, mag-change talaga. Then, 15x. Tama. 15x, 15x. Then, ano pa pwede makancel? So, negative 5. Negative 5. Again, canceled ko ya kasi minus, then negative, so that is positive na. So, different signs. Okay, ano natin masasalin? That is negative 2x, negative 2 delta x, and negative 2x. Tama ba? Or may dak na ngalimtan nga delta? O, tama na. Ay, cancelable. Canceled pa pala. Tama, negative 2x and negative 2x. Okay. So, ang masasalin natin is negative 2 delta x and positive negative 15 delta x. So, that is negative plus negative. Nawawaratak araw. That is negative 17 delta x. Diba? What time it meeting, ma'am? Nakikisegway. Delta x minus 1. Okay. I just copy this denominator. So, kung gusto niyo mag-expound, ikaw la, pero I suggest ayaw nag-expound. Mintras dire pa kita nakakaabot ha aton limit. Gmail kasi ito na automatic. So, let's proceed to the next process, which is we divide it by delta x. So, shortcut ko na. Shortcut talaga. So, i-direct ako na lang. Parang mananabuhin ni is cross multiplication. Diba? Delta y. So, pag ini nga delta x, igka d, mawawara ng delta x nga numerator. So, magiging negative 17 na lahiya. Then, 3x plus 3 delta x minus 1 and 3x minus 1. Dugtong ini. Okay. So, let's proceed now to evaluation of limit of the function. Negative 7 over 3x plus 3 delta x minus 1 times 3x minus 1. So, that will be, nangangalimtan mo natin mga faculty, ma'am. By name. Limit of delta x approaches to 0. So, again, pag makopy pala ha, waray pa babag-uhon. Okay, again, this is equivalent to dy over dx. So, let's perform na. Nag-dy over dx ako sa perform, nagyapon kita. So, this is negative 17, 3x plus 3 times 0 minus 1. Ako mag-proceed, which is equal to negative 17, 3x minus 1 quantity squared. Paano nangyari yon? So, this is how important mathematics is actually. Kasi ang pag-derivative man lang talaga is, hindi pa naman. Derivative naman talaga. Kung magde-derivative lang kita, ginhimot na nga di, oh. Once mag-substitute na kita haros, that's it. Derivative na ito. However, we need it to be simplified, so that's how we do mathematics. So, I think what we're doing is actually algebra na lang. So, pag, again, maluya talaga ang foundation algebra, medyo makorek kita ni makalanat. But, I think everything can be solved in constant practice. So, kung gusto niyo maperde at calculus, kung gusto niyo, ako kasi personally, hadlok talaga ako ng calculus to the extent that I give up, basta, basta begin give up ako para lang calculus. Tapos, since every day na ako nag-practice, mahilig kasi ng inspirational talk. So, let's just give them, ito, since every day kasi talagang ginpugos, gin-encourage talaga kami naman instructor mag-practice solving every day han calculus. So, at that time na nagabat ang different and departmental examination, dire na ako nahadlok kung mahulog ako han exam. Anak na lagi kadukad kung magtatap ako han exam. Diba? Di joke la. Pero 'di ba actually talaga, pagkita ko han test questions, wow, na-answeran ko na ini, wow, nakuha ko na ini, agian ko na ini, baka kaya ko ini makuha. Ganon. Ganon. So, ano, simplify talaga. So, this can be done again by constant practice. And I'm very, very sorry na we weren't able to guide you all through this out in the past, I think more than a month because of accreditation. Sorry, we really have to focus on accreditation first. So, yun. So, right now, nabawi kami. Pero, hopefully, makabawi ka muli at hinay-hinay lainin natin. Okay? So, again, the slope of the function, 2x plus 5 over 3x minus 1 is negative 17 over 3x minus 1 quantity squared. So, at hain hiya nga. So, again, if you would assume a point 0, negative 5, you will have the slope of negative 17. Okay? So, kada ko tiya slope. Negative 17. Yeah, negative 17 is to 1. Parang dako iya tapos. Sige na, let's sige kan sakto ta kaninakan. So this is the slope of the function. At point 0, negative 5. So makuha mo ini nga point ha pag mag-substitute ka, 'di ba? Pa ini mag-substitute kan valuehan x, makukuha nimo ni ban valuehan y. Dire to hinimo lang nga point ha, aton ito ya gin-derive pa. So for easy interpretation lang ginhatag na namo ng point 0, negative 5. Okay, at point 0, negative 5, the slope is, substitute ko na lang agad, where x is 3 times 0 minus 1 squared. dy over dx. Nag-change ba akong size? Wala man, no? Dito na talaga ada doon. That is negative 17 1 squared. Or that is negative 17. So that is the slope. Kumbaga, drawingan nimo at point 1 to point 2. Ang iya run is 1. Tapos ang iya height is 17. So, wala tiya diferensya. Kumbaga, nag-negative 17 it hiya. So, dito kadako ang iya slope. Okay? At that point, and point 0, negative 5. So, you may try with other points. Siguro assume ka at x equals to 1. Kuhaan valuehan y. So, yun lang. Oh, pira pa. Pira pa ka derivatives. Pira pa ka function. Okay, hinapa ko nga di sa pa. Radical naman, para at least may nakita kanya tagsa-tagsa nga iba-iba nga formula, ay iba-iba nga function. Y is equals square root of 2x minus 5. Okay. So again, first step, substitute y plus delta y. Then x plus delta x minus 5. Okay, expand y plus delta y is equals to square root of 2x plus 2 delta x minus 5. Diba? So, ano nang nangyari? So, substitute tayo kita. The y square root of 2x plus 2 delta x minus 5 minus 2, minus square root of 2x minus 5. Okay? Tama na? So, what do we usually do when we have radical expressions? 'Di ba? We rationalize it. So, how do we rationalize it? Dapat i-multiply natin into its conjugate, 'di ba? So, how do we perform that? So, we multiply by conjugate. The conjugate is same hiya, pero different ang iya operation. Bali, from kung minus hiya, this is plus, then 2x minus 5. Okay. So, since ato niya gin-multiply, sa nga functions, dapat, magiging same net niya, hindi rin natin ma-alter if ato niya gin-multiply into 1. Pero ang aton fraction is magiging equals na to 1 kung same ang niya denominator, same ang niya numerator, and same ang niya denominator. So, diba? This is just, so, technically, wala kita may gin-alter. This process is commonly termed as rationalization. Okay. Okay na?
Para ang student, mag-request na din ito tapos automatic may email na herahin ko. Pero kailangan talaga at faculty mag-stand. Magpatahan era course sila.
Okay, by rationalization, aton hiya gintanggal ang naka-radical form ha numerator nga part. Kasi di ba 2x plus 2 delta, or square root of 2x plus 2 delta x minus 5 minus square root of 2x minus 5 multiplied by 2 square root of 2x plus 2 delta x minus 5 plus square root of 2x minus 5 will result to a value nga waray na square root. Kaya di ba pare? Gin-multiply ta naman. Okay lang. Mag-hand sign na daw lang kamo. Okay. So, magiging 2x plus 2 delta x minus 5 minus, quantity na lang, 2x minus 5. Multiplying multiplying different operations sa negative baya. Ano daw ko ng oras sa pipiting? Nag-isag 100. Sorry.
I-drag na lang ako, i-drag na 21. Tapos,
Makarit na yung mag-Google Meet schedule.
ma-email ko.
Okay. So, yun. So, may diba kita makakancel, people? Magpan-cancel daw kita para matanggalin din ng mga kuwan. Yes, may makakancel kita. Mamang ba? Okay, 2x. Okay, 2x. Cancel data negative 2x. Then, negative 5. This is negative plus negative. Negative minus negative is positive. Okay. So, ano pa? Negative times negative is positive. So, masasalin na lang is 2 delta x. There you go. We have solved our delta y. So, 2 delta x over square root of 2x plus 2 delta x minus 5 plus square root of 2x minus 5. So, this will be, again, we divide it by delta x. So, this will become 2 square root of 2x plus, magaan ba ka duro ta kasarap? Magaan na ano.
Okay man lang. Ano eh?
May cake plus 2x minus 5. Okay. So, let us now evaluate the limit of the function 2 over square root of 2x plus 2 delta x minus 5 plus square root of 2x minus 5. Okay? So, again, limit delta x approaches the 0. Limit of delta x approaches the 0. Have the function 2 square root of 2x plus 2 delta x minus 5 plus square root of 2x minus 5. Mapa-change ko into pilot nga ballpen para mas maset ako agi. Maraksot talaga. OMG. Okay. So, dy over dx is equals to, then, evaluate ta na. So, tanan nga delta x, 0. So, 2x plus 2 times 0, pwede ba 0 ta na lang? Minus 5 plus 2x minus 5. So, we have 2, duha na nga 2x minus 5, diba? That is 2, duha man godeya, 2x minus 5. Tama ba? Or, could be simplified as, para makita ninyo. So, ganito lang naman ka-ikli ang solution for radicals. So, this is kayang-kaya ninyo na yan. So, dy over dx is equals to 1 over square root of 2x minus 5. So, this is the slope of the function square root of 2x minus 5. Ano ko ano ini? Okay. So, 1 over square root of 2x minus 5. So, yun. You try to draw the slope using a point from your radical function. Okay, so let's now try. So, we're approaching na to the derivatives on my function formula based, ha? So, let's just try what will be the value if we find the derivative of a constant. Sige daw. So, I know it iba nga mga nag-STEM ha iyo, maaram na kung ano it value it derivative it constant. Yes. So, let's just prove it using delta method. Derivative of a constant, that is y is equals to 3. So, if ato nin igplat, we all know that this is horizontal. So, an horizontal line is, pirat iya slope ito horizontal line. I'll leave that to you. So, let's answer this. Okay, again, substitute y plus delta y is equals to 3. Kasi waray man hiya x. Let's just proceed with that. Okay. Then, delta y is equals to 3 minus y. So, delta, naging a. Delta y is equals to 3 minus 3. Delta y is actually equal to 0. So, divide the equation by delta x. Ganun pa rin. Is equals to 0. Nagtipid ng space si ma'am. Okay, so limit lagi hapon. Perform the limit. Delta x approaches to 0 is equals to limit delta x approaches to 0. So, dy over dx is equals to, waray man yan delta y, so doon lagi hapon 0. So, yun, we perform all of it, and ginagawsan still is 0. So, actually, if ato nini i-plat, so kaditon, this is your y, this is your x. Your y is equals to 3, 1, 2, 3. Dito natin horizontal line. This is our y is equals to 3. So, our horizontal line, high man ang slope on horizontal line. Pag mag-plot kita ng point 1 to point 2, diba? Waray kita slope. So, that means dy over dx is equals to 0. So, waray talaga ya slope. Okay? So, tanan, that is also applicable on all constant. So, let's try to find a niya variable. So, we can conclude, by the way, that the derivative or the dx of constant is equals to 0. So, let's try to have the last example for today. We practice exercise ni Rano for delta method. We practice exercise. May that to alone. Y is equals to x. So let's try to find this one. So let's try to find the derivative of the variable x. This is... Ay, ano ba yan? Nagyakan man ni ma'am. Edgar? Wow. Okay. So, cancel. Tama ba ang ginagawa natin? Okay. So, cancel. Cancel nga. Makakancel talaga siya. So, we have delta y is equals to delta x. So, we divide the equation by delta x. We have delta y over delta x is equals to 1. Tama? Sa balintaman nga da, magiging divide naman niya delta x, magiging 1. Okay. Okay. Then we perform the limit of the function 1. So delta y over delta x limit delta x approaches to 0. So 1. Limit delta x approaches to 0. Okay. So dy over dx is equals to still 1. So we can say at kasi that function y is equals to x, the slope at any point is 1. So we can say that of x is equals to 1. Okay? So, ganun lang. So, that's how we do the derivative using delta method. So, actually, we will not stay on delta method that much kasi next discussion, hopefully on Saturday, hopefully maka-early na kami. Sorry for that. On Saturday, we'll move on to the derivatives. Diretso na, derivatives and general equations. Tanan, basic formula, basic differentiation formula, lahat-lahat. Pero, syempre, excluding trigonometry. Kasi, in this term, naka-adipala kita ha, algebra. Algebra na part of the derivative. Then, we'll proceed with, so, bali 3 topics kita next week, ha? This coming Saturday. We have basic differentiation formula. Wait, surat ko na lang. So, watch out for your practice exercises for the delta method. Okay, so we have next discussion, basic differentiation.
Doon kayo mangyayari ko na po. Ano, sige, okay. Pero yung istorya nga pa.
Basic differentiation formulas. Um, high higher order derivatives. Differentiation of algebraic functions, higher order derivatives, and implicit differentiation. Higher order derivatives, implicit differentiation. So this will be our topic next discussion. It's supposedly part of our topic today kaso medyo matagal-tagal tayo. So that's it. So watch out for the differentiation of algebraic functions. So this is part D. Though this is just the basic differentiation formulas, pero more or less jam-packed ini hiya, mga as I've count 7 formulas. So these are the formulas that you really have to memorize. Ano? Okay, go na. Okay, so that's it for today. I hope any questions, by the way. So if diri ko yung makater ka sa medyo delay, so you can if you can just ask it in our chat box in workplace chat, okay? So thank you for being with me, everyone, and God bless.